Right folks, today, Sakai auction fish part 2. The first video just recently dropped on the channel, but today, my God, you're gonna be amazed at how these fish have grown in such a short space of time. It's phenomenal. I can't wait to get them netted up. Let's get in the fish house and get on with it. My God, the size of them. Let's get them netted nice and slowly, but my God, they are looking insane. I reckon we might have size up to maybe 30 to 35 cm average. They've been starved for 2 days now prior to this. It's not ideal. Water temperature's about 28, 29 degrees today. It's not ideal, but this needs to be done in order to continue the development of these through to the big nissi I want to create. I'll tell you what, it's not until often you get them actually up at the surface. They've been looking big in the pond, but this is just ridiculous, look. The skin as ever, but we're really seeing, look, Sakai body traits, just left, right and centre. This is ridiculous. What a pond on this side this is going to be. Sakai bluebird shower, rare item, and what a piece that is. Wait till you see it when it gets a bit more size, bigger areas of Shirogil creep in. What a piece. That, when that fucking sumi comes out, my God. Wow. This is just mental. Sakai fish farm, it's just bonkers. Yeah, whittling this lockdown is not going to be easy. How hot it is in here ain't making it any easier, but we'll get that done. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, I mean, size wise, we need to check. Might actually be a bit bigger than I first thought, but the body volume level is just madness. They've done really well. Been feeding them actually still to this point the size they're at on the small pellet of Sakai, so 2 to 2.5 mil. It's a bit of a hack, I've got that one. But oh, skin's just insane. Yeah. The will, as much as it's very glamorous, I can see there's a few faults in here, which is normal. These are still toe-side. Part of what I want to get through here is that it doesn't matter how expensive a toe-side is, it's got nothing to do with where it's going to go in the end. So the value of the fish in here across the board was just ridiculous, in truth. Every piece bought from the Sakai auctions, all in batches. But yeah, there's fish that have flaws. That's normal, like I say, with toe-side. Even doesn't matter how promising they look, they're from Sakai, they're from top parent sets. All my knowledge, I'm looking at them thinking, yeah, that's got the potential to go, and then it grows and the belly falls off. So I just want to say that because you've got to manage that expectation. You see this shower look, straight away, you know, I paid absolute top dollar for these bluebird showers. In truth, I knew they were risky from when I saw them looking at the Benny, and it's turned out to be the case. There's actually a couple of them just lost. I say lost the Benny completely. That fish is a shadow of itself. If I continue to grow that in this environment, that would just break up completely, become Shirotsuri, and in truth, it's never going to come back. That doesn't happen with Go Sankey. When it's gone, it's gone. You see a Sankey there, look, I've seen that progressively kind of falling apart a bit more as it's grown. It's done the business, it's got a cracking body. Unfortunately, that is a Becco in the making. So just want to get that across, because the price you pay is no guarantee of your end result in the slightest, and it's just something you have to accept in the toe-side game. So I've got no idea. I'm just going to do the selection, see where I get with the numbers. Going to be as strict as I can, which I think we've already gathered by now. Me being strict is normally quite a pathetic effort, and yeah, see where we are at the end of it. so far this is bonkers. I mean, I am absolutely sweltering, but yeah, I mean, we see pieces. Some disappointments as well, actually. That's just swum past me. This shower I've got really high hopes for, like really high hopes. And it's actually, I thought it was just a split, but it's got a dorsal deformity by the looks of it. Now, likelihood is I might just chance it to see if it does knit back together, but it's got such a deep, there's a tiny bit of flesh down at the bottom. It's not completely through to the skin, so I will take a chance, but yeah, I mean, if that doesn't come by, that's going to be a sad end for me with that one. But what a piece. Bluebird shower again. And then there's a, if I can find it, there's a Sakai. I say a Sakai, my God. And you see little bits, you might remember on last year's Sakai batch that when I size graded some and separated them before reintegrating them. I've let this one persevere. You see it is lagging behind a lot. Likelihood is I'll keep let it persevering, or I've got a pond over my shoulder actually, which might, the space for about 3 more fish in it might be a better fit for that one. Let me try and find this Sakai I've been looking for to share with you. But what this is going to bring also is an amazing opportunity for people, you know, anybody watching this video that might not necessarily be able to afford the absolute prime Sakai stuff, because the prices they command are crazy. There's a few of these that'll be probably go in for prices less than I paid for them, in all honesty, and because of minor defects that for me, like I say, it's not worth investing the time in moving forwards. Just little things look like this colour, secondary colour that develops in a bit layer skin. I mean, this, look at a phenomenal kohaku, but in the market that just won't command the price that it should do. Oh, there's the Sakai, look at that for a work of art. Absolute Sakai masterclass. Nice to see the sumi up at this point. Might be an indicator that it's possibly a male fish, but with these I just don't care. What a piece. It's quite a lot. I'm up to 42 in the keep net so far. 42 worldies, I must say. There's a few fish coming out today where it's literally just a size thing I'm really wanting. I'm going to show you just in a little bit, in pond behind me actually with the big girls, some nissi from last year's batch that I'm raising through. Not many now, but you'll see where I'm heading with these. I just want to make one of the most sensational ponds of koi I've made to date. Hence why I invested so much in this in the first place. I really knew I needed the raw ingredients, and the only way to really access this level of tosai at Sakai is to get involved in the auctions. Right, so this for me was the pick of the batch last year. It's gone on to do it. So this is nissi raising through to sansai. Now, I paint pictures in my head quite easily. And when you imagine that collection of 70 fish even becoming, I think, potentially 50 pieces near to this standard, you'll realise why I'm just so ecstatic. And this fish, as early nissi, had very little sumi. It's maturing, but my God, this farm really is. If you've not got a Sakai fish, it's well worth heading for one at whatever it takes to get one in your collection, because I think you won't look back, trust me. So the smaller one, like we said there, look, got a pond just here with fish. It's kind of the bottom end of that size class, but that's going to live in there now. Makes 108 in that pond. Another one I was struggling to keep in a sensible stocking level. To be fair, another Tancho Sakai. I actually put this in a little bit later on. Phenomenal fish. Right, so I've got quite a lot back now. There's 43 gone back. So I've just left a few in here. We're not going to look at all these, but this is, I mean, the whole fucking lot's spectacular, but this is just getting wild in here. Size range so far has been 33 to 37, which I'm very happy with. And like I say again, the density of these fish is just absolute madness. Let's take a look at a few Sankis in here. Look, so there we are. Sakai Sakai needs no introduction anyway, but so if you forget, the Shiroji is quite tinted at the minute, but there's a lot of colour food being used. So we're 32 on that end to 35 there, and just just wow. Whole mix of different things going on here, different styles, but we see the, you know, the Subo Sumi everywhere, which is such a desirable trait in Senki. Very typical of Sakai. The beni quality, typical. We can see the bone structures really set out, especially this one. It's just beastly. We look at their head and the shoulder hump already, even where it's at. It's just wild. We get this, you see this beni as well, look close up, and so much more pigment to come, so much more colour thickness. See this again, look, all the Subo Sumi sat on the white skin, unbelievable. This, not only has it got all the quality, the pattern level is bonkers. Got Sumi under the skin to come up. Love it, absolutely love it. And obviously these have all got their original certificates as well, one by one, which is a nice touch. I know you guys really value having them, and it is nice with fish when they get to this kind of level to truly prove that authenticity. There was a big thing in Asia where these big brand breeders were getting ripped off quite badly with homegrown, home produced fish. So yeah, remarkable. We'll take a look at a few kohaku now. Four lovely, lovely, lovely kohaku. One which this has stood out for so long, that is going to be right up there at the end of the year. Body wise, this one looking absolutely insane. I mean, where we at? There's one about 33 there. I think this is one of the bigger ones. Yeah, it's in about 37. 37. Amazing stuff. I just don't really need to say anymore, just enjoy them. You see such the hue of the beni already so good, but with so much more thickness to come. You see that, look close up, the scales are just loaded with pigment. Really nice consistent sashi throughout. You can actually really see it well on this fish, look. The colour's a bit softer, but as you can see them thick red lines in the middle of all the scales where all that pigment's sitting. Remarkable stuff. Pattern wise, I mean, this one's going to be a powerful Sakai body. Just look at that pattern, it's killer. Again, the beni, it's a thick red colour with even thicker red lines, so much pigment's out there. That's the exciting stuff, when something looks so good already, yet there's still so much to come. So now some real rare items. Sakai bluebird shower, bluebird being the parent set. I knew these, I bought 2 or 3 batches. They went for crazy money in the auction, and I knew at the time there was only going to be a few fish come from them, which is the case, but I'm just hoping just one. And as I'm looking, you know, even these 2, there's a few more in the pond as well, but this was an interesting fish. Really quite dark looking, which people presume will be too heavy as they grow, but then this type of Sumi, as it refines, we get more areas of shiroji creep into the pattern. But either way, it's going to be a more traditional shower. My God, I mean, look at the memoir on that head starting to form. That's awesome. But yeah, the one I'm really holding out for is this one. I think this eventually, it needs more time for sure. Love the body line, but I think we're really going to get there and deliver a super fish with that. But nonetheless, nice additions. Nice to have the 3 kind of Sakai Go Senki mix in the pond. But yeah, elusive at Sakai to say the least. So there we go, just to end a piece in here which I knew might struggle, in all fairness. It's impressed me because it's sat at 30, so only a couple of centimetres under. It's caught up well. My God, the technical brilliance of that fish is just insane, honestly. Wow, really hoping we can get the most out of that one, and you'll get to follow its journey and see what size we can actually get it to. Like I say, it's up against it in this pond, but over time, even if it makes it as a smaller nissi, at some point I'll be able to pull that back. I'm confident, because it is trying. But what a piece there. So yeah, that's it for now with that lot. I hope you've enjoyed that. This is dreamy stuff. This is my effort to build one of the most impressive ponds to be found outside of Japan, to be honest with you. I think we've been close with the Dainichi stuff in the past. I think this is probably going to get right up there in the end. And yeah, wait till the next one, see where they're up to. I think we're going to probably be hitting that around early October, possibly, I think, with the stocking level. But my God, it's going to be exciting, so stay tuned. Fuck off. That's annoying. Fish shit running through your fucking bare toes.